So I basically turned it up a notch, like, you know what I'm saying? Because pursuers gonna pursue and shooters gonna shoot. So period.
It was a wish.
And straight like that. So look.
Here with you, I come alive. Here with you, I come alive. Wanna feel your hands all on my body, and I wrap my legs so tight you can make. Wanna feel that tingle down my spine. Oh, you know that's
What's good, Wife Like TV family? I'm Tree, one half of the Townsends.
I'm Lex, the other half of the Townsends.
Welcome to Wife Like TV. Before we get into the video, we want to make sure you guys know to watch the full video. I ain't asking. I'm telling you, watch the full video. We appreciate all the love and all the support that you guys have been showing us. And we want to just let y'all know that we love you guys back, okay?
Also, guys, like the video, share the video, drop us some comments. Let us know what you think of the video and our love story. And don't forget to hit that post notification bell.
Period. If you a real one, you gonna hit that notification bell. And that's all I got. No, but we're about to bring y'all all the good energy, all the good vibes, all the good chemistry as we take you on our love journey of how we met. And I'm gonna give it to my wife.
Okay, guys, so I initiated everything. I was at a friend's house and we were just all hanging out. I had just got out of a relationship and I was bored and I was like, I want somebody else to talk to. And I asked my friend, like, you got anybody I can talk to? And she was like, I got the perfect person for you. And it's crazy because turned out she did. But she said the crazy thing is when I call her, she gonna tell us she gonna call us back in 5 minutes. And I was like, okay. And anyway, lo and behold, we called her and you said you was gonna call us back in 5 minutes.
I did.
And I thought like, yeah, right. She probably was gonna like, not call us back. But anyway, she ended up calling us back. And you wanna tell from your point of view, baby, from when we called? Or not really?
I mean, yeah, like Claire was spot on. Mm-hmm. I did tell them I was gonna call them back. I mean, I was doing sports and music at that time, so I was very busy. But I did call them back, okay? Mm-hmm. So once we got on the phone, Claire, she didn't come off telling me like she had somebody, she wanted me to meet. We was just chopping it up per usual, as normal. And then towards the end of the conversation, she was like, I got somebody I want you to talk to, or something like that. And I was like, okay. And that's when she put you on the phone, so we can basically introduce each other to each other. So baby basically got on the phone, and of course we exchanging names and whatnot. What school you go to. Oh yeah, speaking of schools, this is how this even came about. Claire was attending my high school, and she transferred to her high school, and Claire is also her god sister's cousin. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like it was fate or something. Like it was just crazy how that happened, because we're from two different parts of town, two totally different worlds, and so Claire was that middle piece that connected us together. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so
because I would have never met her.
No.
Well, I don't think. Well, no, I think it was.
We may have crossed paths,
right?
Like over time. It's probably when I got in college for sure, because you was doing drill team and stuff like that. So we probably would have crossed paths, and
Anyway, guys, so I guess we can kind of like fast forward. We met, hit it off, the first real conversation. So we just did like small talk, that first night. But the second night, we hit it off. Like we was talking as if we had known each other for forever.
For sure.
And it was very natural. We had a lot of, good vibes on the phone, and the conversation flowed.
It did.
Yeah, so initially it was like fireworks.
Yeah, it definitely was fireworks, and it was so crazy to me. Like, it's like when you meet your person and you're that young, like you don't know that you're meeting your person. Mm-hmm. What you do know is this person feels familiar. This person feels like love, but you're not even knowing like exactly what you feeling. You know what I'm saying? We were super young, but after we hit it off, we talked consistently every single day for about a week, a week and a half.
Tops.
She hit me up and was like, hey, I just wanted to tell you that I'm getting ready to move to Texas. Excuse me? You doing what? Like, she was like, I'm moving to Texas. I just wanted to call and let you know. So we just discussed that and started kind of talking about that. And, for me, I'm thinking like, oh my God. Like, ain't no way. Like, I didn't connect with somebody on this type of level like this after like a week and some change. And like, you finna be gone. Like, you got to be gone. But yeah, what was your point of view from that point, baby?
So, I mean, we was really new, so I was definitely sad because I'm like, dang, like, I guess I just gotta leave it all behind. And, I really didn't even never expect to move back to Mississippi. So, when I did move, like, I really wasn't really trying to pursue her in that way at all because, so communication fell off because I didn't think I was coming back and I didn't want to waste her time. And we were so young at the time, like, I don't think we really even considered a long distance relationship, right off the bat. And eventually, so time went on, I moved, communication kind of fell flat, and this one over here, she was still calling, check in on me and just, see how everything was going. And saying, I would, let her know everything was going like, and but anyway, I just kind of fell flat. I was trying to get acclimated to a new city, a new state, and had to start all over, make friends and all that stuff. So I really wasn't even like thinking about a relationship. And tell me from your point of view. So when I left, as time went on,
when you left as time went on, like, for one, I still had that feeling of like, man, like, we hit it off and it was fireworks and I wanted to keep that going, right? But, I understood that, she left. Why? She had to leave and, the relocation situation. That's cool. Even though communication started to fall off and I was checking in and things like that, and she was checking back in with me and stuff too. Sometimes it just wasn't like how it was before. So I basically turned it up a notch, like, you know what I'm saying? Because pursuers gonna pursue and shooters gonna shoot. So, period. And straight like that. So look, I just amped it up on communication. Like, I just started, texting her and stuff like that. And so we actually had a conversation about why the conversation and the communication flatlined. And it was just because of what she said. Like, neither one of us was thinking about a long distance relationship. And second of all, we was just young. We didn't, I don't think that we were thinking like, oh, y'all can keep this going. But because we picked up conversation, we actually did go ahead and get into an actual official relationship. And we were long distance for a very long time, honestly. Like, before we even saw each other physically, we didn't see each other physically until about 8 months or something like that?
Yeah.
About 8 months. And how we ended up seeing each other was, it's so crazy. Like, all of this stuff, it was meant to be. So my church ended up going to Arlington, Texas, and that's around the area that she was staying in at the time, or you was staying in Euless or something like that. We ended up going to, because we had to sing at the church, but we also was going to Six Flags, to spend the weekend to have some fun while we was out there as well. So I hit her up and I was like, man, babe, you ain't gonna believe this. Like, we coming to Texas. And she was like, what part of Texas? And I was like, your part of Texas. And she didn't believe me. She didn't believe me. So, like, what was your point of view from that point?
I didn't believe you. I thought it was, like, kind of too good to be true. Like, because Texas is really big. So, I'm like, if you're going to come to Texas, you mean to tell me what's the odds of you coming to my city? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somewhere that's easily accessible for me. Because I used to go to Six Flags all the time. And anyway, she ended up coming. Yeah. And let me see. So, when she first came, I was like really nervous because y'all was young. I couldn't really, put myself together. Like my hair was done, but it was like, I remember not really having too much to wear. I was like, oh my God, I get to meet her and I can't even be like a baddie for real. But anyway, she ended up coming to Six Flags.
You was fine now. Don't even.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, you looking good now.
I'm naturally beautiful, y'all.
Period.
So I don't gotta do nothing really.
Period.
But
You better know it. You better know it.
So we ended up meeting at Six Flags, and I remember walking up to you, and I saw you.
Before we even get to that point, y'all, I was freaking out. Now I had not been nervous that whole entire time. I was freaking out. I'm like, bro. Like, I'm telling my best friend, like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my best friend basically telling me, hey, man up. Like, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like you good. What can go wrong? What, you know, I'm just like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What if I get too shy and don't know what to say? You know what I'm saying? But, and shit like, that ain't no problem for you. I'm just like, all right, you good. But, like, when you fall in love in the way that we did, it was like, I just was super duper nervous, and I called her to see where she was at, you know, and I told her we was at the merry-go-round, waiting for you to come over that way, and so yeah, you see me first.
Actually, I seen Kayla first.
My best friend.
Yeah,
okay.
She's her best friend first. She's like so tall and stuff, so she stood out to me. I saw her first, and I ended up seeing Tracy. Y'all, she had this big bright shirt on, plaid. She had I say a million colors. It's still up for debate. She literally insists that she did not have a lot of colors on, and she had all of these like bands on her hair. She said it was a style that in her school at the time. And
just to clarify, y'all, I had on a yellow polo shirt, like a gold yellow polo shirt, and I had these plaid pants that were red, but they had like blue, white, and yellow stripes in it. And I used to wear these like headbands, the little real thin ones, back in the day, and I had like a red, white, and a yellow one on my head, and like that was a style. Like I wore that in school. Like I like to set trends. I like to wear different colors and stuff like that. So that's just who I was back in the Gap. Hey, but she saw me though.
Yeah, y'all. Also, yeah, I was just really nervous walking up to y'all. I remember we hugged, and yeah, it's a good old day in the merry-go-round.
Yeah, when we hugged, like we hugged for so long, like we just, like, y'all know how you rock and you see, you never seen somebody in person before. Like, we sent each other pictures and stuff, but like, quality was not like it was then, like it is now. So what I'm saying, it was just a breath of fresh air to like see each other in person. Like the attraction level went up after we physically seen each other, and y'all, we really didn't even do nothing. We stayed at the merry-go-round like pretty much our whole time that we was at Six Flags, taking pictures. My best friend was taking pictures of us, and creating memories, and we just talked, laughed, like we couldn't get off, like away from each other, basically. You know what I'm saying? So then it was time to leave, and it was so crazy. It was time to leave, and her auntie wasn't around. I say her aunt. Her auntie wasn't around a way to come get her. So like my mama cool as a fan, so I was introduce her to my mama. I'm like, hey mama, this is Alexis, my friend or whatever. Of course But anyway, I was like, this is my friend. My mom already knew what the fuck was going on. And then I asked, like, our pastor and stuff, like, is it okay if she can ride back to the hotel with us, because she came up there to, like, hang out and meet me, and her ride wasn't going to be there. So she was super duper nervous about that. She thought everybody was going to be looking at her on the bus, like, who is that? Or whatever, but yeah. I'm really getting tipsy, so I'm like trying to, hey babe, you hear me start slumping, you come in for me. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So we rode to the hotel, and we went back to her hotel, and this little thing right here was trying to get freaky, y'all. Like she was trying to steal the deal the first time she met me. She was like,
by myself.
You said, what, baby?
Was I trying to get freaky, or was we? I was the initiator.
Baby, we was kissing. We was,
And where you was sitting there when we was kissing?
On your lap.
How? Okay, yeah, all right.
Anyway, y'all.
You want it, girl. Don't act like we gonna keep it PG.
Yeah.
Keep it PG. Cause she trying to act. We gonna keep it PG.
What?
We gonna keep it PG.
Okay, baby. So, Yeah, y'all. So we just pretty much finished chopping it up
Yep.
at the hotel. We really enjoyed ourselves. Like I said, we was kissing, just really indulging into each other because we hadn't seen each other physically ever. So that was our very first time. So boom, that was our very first time.
Yep. She ended up leaving, and she told me that her and her cousins go to this place called the Arlington Stadium, which was basically a skating rink where nobody skated. They just danced in there. We kind of had something similar in Mississippi, but we actually skated at ours too. But so I met her there and met her cousins, and it was me, my best friend, her brother, and my little brother, and my cousin. My uncle took us there to meet y'all, right? Oh yeah, it was like a super duper long line, and we chopped it up in line before we got in, and me and my little brother then went up in there and then danced and got everybody around. So she looking like a proud girlfriend, like, yeah, hey, that's my girl. And we leave the floor. We go sit over there by like the what they had, like a little food section or like some arcades or something right there. And we sat there and we talked and we just was like, man, like we didn't want to separate. We didn't want to leave each other. Like it was crazy. Like, and it was sad because, our time was coming to an end, like to see each other in person.
Yeah. Baby, so that actually remind me of like the scene on like Nunu to where her and T.I. was in Cascade.
Yeah, damn. You so right. You so right.
So y'all kind of like put y'all in the mind frame. Think about that scene in the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So then, it was time for us. We sung at the church that we came to sing at that Sunday, and we left. So I talked to her all the way from Texas back to Mississippi, and we just couldn't stop talking about how good each other looked, how well we like meshed together, even in person. Cause you know how you could probably be on the phone and everything be good, but when you actually get around that energy, like it could possibly not be the same. Ours amped up. Like it really, really amped up. So we kept it going. We kept it moving forward. And eventually she ended up moving back to Mississippi for me. We had plans on going to the same college together to play ball. And we started making a lot of plans. But a little monkey wrench got thrown in there in our plans. And I'm gonna let you take it away.
Well, so guys, when we first met, I was super young. I didn't take it. I used to lie about my age. I used to boost it up a few years, maybe a couple, And when you're young, you really never expecting like whoever you're talking to for it to actually like stick, and for y'all to like really, go along wow, basically.
Right.
Anyway, so when we first met, I originally told her I was like, what, 17?
Yeah.
I told her
we were 17.
16.
I think we both had just turned. Well, I had just turned 17.
Yeah.
So we were 17 at the same time.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly
we were 17 at the same time. I actually was not 17, and I was actually 14 at the time. It was cringy now to think about it, but anyway,
I ain't gonna call it cringy because we about 13 and a half years later. And I'm 30 and you 27, so when you look at it in the older numbers, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But in your defense, her maturity level, even then, I wouldn't have never known. Ever known. But go ahead, baby.
Yeah, so how I ended up having to tell her was once we became like in a relationship, and I think we was in a relationship for a good over a year, I know, and I didn't tell her this whole time. We was making plans. At the time when we was making those plans, I lived in Texas, so realistically,
no, it wasn't over a year. You told me probably right at a year because it was after we met. It was like months after we seen each other in person.
Okay, yeah, so right at the year or whatever. So I asked my cousin to tell her. She wouldn't tell her. She she did tell you. I had to beg her to tell her that I was 14 because it was time for graduation to come up, and we were supposed to be graduating. We were supposed to go play ball at UCLA. And it was like,
but I remember the phone call, and her cousin called me and was like, Tracy, Lexus got something to tell you. And I was like, okay. And it was like the tone of her voice had me thinking like what's going on? And she was trying to get Alexis to come to the phone, and she wouldn't come to the phone. And I'm thinking, damn. like she cheating on me already or something. Like I'm thinking, like, you know, she don't want to be with me no more. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So all type of shit running through my head. So because she wouldn't come to the phone and I heard them arguing. It was kind of muffled while they was arguing a little bit, and I hung up the phone. And I remember just sitting at the edge of my bed. And I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck going on? Oh, what's going on? And her cousin called me back and was like, Tracy, Alexis is not 17. Alexis is 14. I said, what? She was like, Alexis is not 17. She is 14. She was like, I'm sorry. I know this probably gonna hurt you or make you feel a type of way. She was like, but I told her to come here and tell you, and she wouldn't get on the phone. And I was like, put her on the phone. And I heard you in the background like, I don't want to get on the phone. Like, no. Like, I'm so sorry and stuff like that. So I got mad. I hung up. And I just fell back on my bed. And I was like, what's going on? Then she called me back. And then, you know, we talked it out basically. And she told me, you know, exactly what she just said a few minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't expect for us to go the route that we went. And given, I know that a lot of girls, especially feminine girls, had different names back in the day. They didn't even say their real names most of the time, and they definitely didn't tell the truth about their age all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we give some grace on that. And she was in high school, so that's all. It was cool for me. Like, we good. So we eventually got past that, and you know, I just wanted her to know, like, you know, from this point on, like, just I want you to know you can tell me anything. I don't care what it is. About you, about whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it honest, let's keep it truthful with each other so we can keep this thing going, you know what I'm saying? And so, that pretty much, you know,
sums up our love story and how it began.
Like, y'all, yeah, that's just the beginning.
Yeah, that's like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. I'm trying to see, did we miss anything? No,
I don't think so. So, to sum everything up, look, in summary, we met through a mutual friend. This friend went to her school. And she ended up transferring to my school. I was just fresh out of a relationship, and I wanted somebody to talk to. And she referred you to me.
Right, and I was in a, what you want to call it? It was a situationship. I was in a relationship, but we were not together at the time that I met her. So,
look,
you know.
How you was in a relationship, but y'all weren't together when you met me?
No, I'm saying I was in a relationship beforehand, you know.
So you was in like an on again, off again.
Yeah, that makeup, breakup shit. But in the time we was breaking up, so once I met you, it was pretty much a wrap. Like, it was pretty. Yeah. It was like a out of there. But yeah,
we had some crazy stories.
We got much more to come to y'all. And we are sorry that it took us a couple of weeks to come. Y'all, we get so busy. We have separate business. We have business together, and a lot of times, like, we can get very consumed and all of those things. And but we gonna make sure that we try to stay on a good track, you know, with you guys. So
that's with uploading once a week, right?
Yeah, we was uploading once a week, so we'll apologize, y'all. We gonna keep this thing jumping and keep it coming.
Yep.
So comment below. Let us know what y'all think of how we met in our love story. Let us know some other things that you guys would like to know. We definitely will have some more Q&As coming up. We definitely have some more story times and things like that coming up. So, you know, we're gonna bring you guys into our lives, and we honestly want to be brought into you guys as well. You know what I'm saying? So drop your stories or your love stories below too.
Yes, guys. And if you want anything, excuse me, guys. If you have any like topics or any type of video ideas that you would like for us to make, leave those in the comments as well.
Straight like that.
Because we are definitely open to your ideas.
Yeah. So that is how I met this beautiful woman.
And that is how I met my handsome woman.
And we about to be out of here. Hey, look, we appreciate y'all as always for tuning in to White Flight TV and for riding the wave of life with the Townsends. Y'all, I'm getting super tipsy, but we just appreciate you guys' continuous support. Oh yeah, stop DMing us and put what y'all saying in these comments. Please. We trying to stay in this YouTube algorithm, all right? Yes, we're gonna keep it 100 with y'all, all right?
We on the
Put
road.
it under the videos.
Yeah.
We appreciate the private support. We need the public support as well, though.
Yes.
All right, but make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're a real one, you're gonna hit that notification bell.
That's it, baby.
That's it. All right, and we are out. Cheers.